What's up YouTube, Dad here from Zephyr Wargames, bringing you a new touch on my Dark Magician deck. This is Dark Magician WindWitches, or Dark Winds. Now basically, the reason I put WindWitches in here is because, you know, Dark Magicians still need their normal summon, but WindWitches still allow them to have that, plus their spellcasters, plus the fact that WindWitches lock you into only special summoning wind monsters for the turn doesn't really bother Dark Magicians too much, because you'll be special summoning your Dark Magicians and all your other monsters during your opponent's turn mainly, and the idea is to get a Crystal Wing on board to give you that bit more protection during the turn. So without further ado, I'm going to crack straight into it so you guys can see how it kind of looks and goes. So standard triple Dark Magician, very standard on that one. Triple Magician's Rod, just to get to your circle. Now again, like if you do your WindWitch plays, you can end up on board with a Crystal Wing. Your Rod can then search out your navigation or your circle, whatever else you might be missing. 2 Magician or Dark Illusion. Now the only reason it's down to 2 because it can clog a little bit. You can definitely put it at 3, there's no argument for or against it really. Just in this build I prefer to have it at 2. Triple WindWitch Ice Spell, your 1 card Crystal Wing, double Glass Spell, and double Snow Bell. Now Snow Bell also gives the ability of this deck to go into just generic rank 8s like a Mega and stuff like that. So hence the fact she's in there at 2. Now you can, like, as we go further down, you'll see that I play Wonder-Ones as well, and that just helps get you draws off. Double Maxi, strongest hand trap in the game. Now onto the spells. Triple Dark Magical Circle, must have in this deck. Triple Wonder Wand. Now these can go onto your Rod, so I mean if you get your Rod to search out your circle, you activate your circle, you see what your next draws are. Even if you know you can't, even if they're not a Dark Magician, if you had a Wonder Wand in hand, attach it to your Rod, pop it, get your 2 draws. Your Rod's now active in Grave, so you can bring that back as well. And the 2 draws that you've got into, you know what you're drawing into, so you've been able to stack it the way that you want it to be. Double Pot of Desires, because this deck does need that little bit of push for consistency. 1 Regeki for board wipe, 1 Illusion Magic to search out your Dark Magicians. So I mean, if you get your Rod to search out your circle and you've already got your navigation, or vice versa, Illusion Magic then makes your Dark Magicians in hand active. Dark Magic Inheritance for that extra search of banishing your spells. I mean, you've got your Wonder Wands, you've got your MSTs, you've got all the bits and bobs that are going to be engraved that are useless, so you might as well banish them and use Inheritance. And obviously, because it's quick play, using it during your opponent's turn allows you to get Dark Illusion out as well. Next, I play 1 Dark Magic Attack, 1 MST. Dark Magic Attack because it's searchable, MST because I just prefer top decking an MST over Twin Twister. Now you can get Twin Twister if you wish, but in this deck you ideally want to be going first Crystal Wing and then sitting on that and going from there. Traps, triple Magician Navigation, double Dimensional Barrier, strongest trap in the game at the moment. Double Eternal Soul and single Call of the Haunted. Now single Call of the Haunted is because if you do get Kaiju'd, if your Crystal Wing does get Kaiju'd, you can circle it back. And Eternal Soul. Now the biggest issue with Eternal Soul at the moment is flipping Trident. Now Trident can just pop your shit. And ideally, if your opponent's got any brain cells in it, if your Eternal Soul's face on the field, they're popping that bad boy, alright? Because it's just going to nuke your board. Which is why you side in your Starlight Roads. You can even main your Starlight Roads if you really want to. Because you can actually make Stardust Dragon in this deck with the WindWitch engine if you don't want to go into Crystal Wing. You're not really losing anything in your extra deck. You can go into 3 Starlight Roads if you really want to. 1 Vanities, you must play this. It's a broken trap in this deck, in the game in general, and if you open this up first hand with a Crystal Wing, then not Kaiju in you, so you're happy on that one. And then your 1 Solemn Warning, could easily be strikes if you wish. I just think, Solemn Warning is that card. It's, a stop to pretty much everything. Now on to the extra deck. Double Crystal Wing, because you can make 2, so why not keep 2? I mean, the amount of times that I was like, cool, got 1 Crystal Wing sitting on it, and then I had the ability, my opponent's Kaiju'd me or whatever, nuke my board, and because I've got an empty board and I draw into an Ice Spell, I can then get into a 2nd Crystal Wing, so, why not? Double Stardust, like I said, you can naturally make this card with the WindWitch engine or with your Starlight Road that you side in. Cypher Lord Omega, one of the better level 8s, accessible with your WindWitch. Now, I mean, if you activate navigation during your opponent's turn, get into a Dark Magician, or get into 2 Dark Magicians for say, and you've got an Ice Spell in hand, normal summon your Ice Spell, sync with this Dark Magician, go into an Omega. You can then bring this Dark Magician back with Eternal Soul, Call of the Haunted, whatever, and then you've got your bomb play as well. So you're just going more and more. It gives that extra little bit to the deck. Now, I have seen people play like Effect Vaders, absolutely fine. Knight and Sorcerers to get into level 9s. 8s are just so much better to go into. Clearwing Synchro Dragon, one of, and double WindWitch Winterbell. More for its second effect than its actual, well, its burn effect is great, and yes, you do use this as a step up in your first turn. I mean, first turn Ice Spell, you go into Winterbell, burn your opponent, and then go into Crystal Wing. However, if you're going second and you've got Winterbell, you can also use its second effect. Now, ideally, it does making Winterbell does lock you into wind monsters, which is fine for now. But if this card survives a turn, when you declare an attack, so during either player's battle phase, during your opponent's battle phase, you can target one WindWitch monster you control, special summon one monster from your hand with a level less than or equal to that monster, but it cannot attack the turn. So, if you've got a Dark Magician in hand, but you've got no navigation, but you've got a circle on board, during either player's battle phase, so let's say first turn we go into Winterbell, and your opponent max sees you because they think you're going into Crystal Wing and you just stop dead there. You can then stick with your Winterbell during your opponent's battle phase, activate Winterbell's effect, targeting it, and because it's a level 7, you can special summon out a Dark Magician from hand. Whether it be Dark Magician or Magician of Black Illusion or Dark Illusion, you can just bring it straight out and you've got a circle on board, so you've made your circle active, which helps massively. Again, it's a level 7 as well, so it can help overlay into your Ebon Illusion Magician, your Big Eyes, and your Red Eyes Flare. So speaking of which, we played 2 Ebon, best one there, 1 Big Eye, 1 Ebon High, 1 Red Eyes Flare, and then for the end it off we have 1 Totem Bird, because you can use this with 2 Ice Spells. Ice Spell can special summon, you can get 2 Ice Spells on board and go into Totem Bird if you wish. You can take Totem Bird out if you want and put it in another level 7, it's entirely up to you. And the final card that I've just dropped on the floor, wonderful, is Breaksword, just to get you out of those sticky situations. And the best part is, let's say you've got 2 Ice Spells on board, or you've got a Rod and an Ice Spell. You go into Breaksword's effect, pop itself, pop one of your opponent's cards. You've then got a clear board again, so you can then special summon an Ice Spell and go off. So basically, if you special summon an Ice Spell, but don't use its effect to search, then normal summon your Rod gets you search off, overlay into Breaksword's effect, pop itself, pop another one. If you've got another Ice Spell in hand, you go special summon Ice Spell, go straight away off to a Crystal Wing. So you could have popped your opponent's strike or anything like that, or drawn out a strike with your Breaksword. So very, very straightforward on that one. Now again, I'm not saying this deck is going to wreck games. I am just tweaking with my Dark Magician deck as best as I possibly can. This will be a force to be reckoned with in links, maybe not so much the extra deck, but just general Dark Magician, because they don't rely on the extra deck as much. As good as Eternal Assault is, for some bizarre reason, it's one of the very, very few traps that Konami have gone, we've made this broken, but we've also made it incredibly easy to clear and destroy all your stuff. So like, it's if it was a compulsory dark hole on end, like when it left the field, it might have been okay. But the fact is, all your opponent has to go, especially with Dryden on board, to go pop back row, cleared board, and they're OTKing you straight away. So it's one of the few traps I don't understand that has big rewards but an incredibly high disadvantage when it does get popped. Anyway, so yeah, this is the Dark Magician WindWitch build. You can easily change some stuff up in here. You can put Secret Villager spellcaster if you want to lock your opponent out. Now, not many people, yes, people main Max C, but some people take Max C out against Dark Magician because they don't, like, yeah, they special summon during your opponent's turn, but they don't special summon huge amounts, or in my experience, this is what I found anyway, is that they don't know when or where or just, like, how effective Max C can be against Dark Magicians. So it does give you an edge up if you see all your Dark Magicians but no WindWitches in your first game, and then the second game you just go off. But yeah, it's you know, it's just my fun deck. I love Dark Magician, and I'll tweak with it until the cows come home. You know, I do actually have, thanks to Gary as well, there is a Dark Magician girl invoked build that he's worked on, so I will be getting a deck profile of that up very, very soon with my own little tweaks and twerks in it as well. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. By all means, let us know of any changes you think could be made to this deck to take it up that next level. So I'm always open to constructive changes towards the deck. You know, some people might not see stuff that I don't. Some people might see the stuff that I don't. And hopefully this opens up people's eyes and goes, oh yeah, WindWitches could actually work quite nice in a deck. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. And until next time, guys, Happy dueling. If you like that video, why not check out our other videos available? We've got more deck profiles, pack openings, and of course duels. And don't forget to click on the most important button of all, that subscribe button, right in the bottom left hand corner.